down, stand, sit, stand. Nice. Hi and welcome to Out the Doghouse Training. In today's video, we're going to be showing you how to teach your dog the stand command in just 5 simple steps. So to get into the training, you will need a clicker or a marker word such as yes and some tasty treats to hand. Please, if you enjoy watching this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to stay tuned for more Out the Doghouse Training. Okay, so let's get straight into it. So what I like to do with the stand command is start the training from a sit. So the dog should already have the basic sit command and be able to perform that confidently. And once they have that, we can progress into the stand. Now, this was one of, considering what a basic command this is something that Chase did struggle with for a while. So I would say it takes lots of repetition, but here's how you learn the basics in just 5 steps. Okay, so start in a sit position, and then what we're gonna do is take a piece of food in our one hand. We have the clicker, or you're ready with your marker word. And then what we're going to do for step 1 is lure the dog into the stand position from the sit. So to do that, we're going to put the food near their nose, and then we're going to lure them into the stand position. It may take a little bit of time, so just be patient, mark, and then give the reward. So just be patient with them. If they're not quite sure what we're asking them to do, that's how the lure can help. So I'm going to have him put in the sit, I'm going to put it to his nose, and I'm going to move it forward until he goes into the stand position, and I'm going to mark that straight away. So timing is really important with this one. Okay, so from there, once we've done repetitions of that and the dog is starting to feel confident with what the command or what it is that's earning them the reward, which is being in the stand position, then we're going to start to make it slightly more challenging and move the lure a bit further away. So rather than starting at the nose, I'm going to just start from further away, and that will encourage them to stand towards the treat. So let's try that again. So from the sit. So I'm going to take the treat. Good. And I'm just going to encourage him just to stand up from that sit position. And it takes the dog to push off from the legs, from the floor, and get into that desired position. So from there, what we're going to do is start to remove the treat from our hand altogether and still repeat the same position and see if they will lure into it without having the treat in our hand. So we're going to ask for a sit. Good. So you can see this almost becomes similar to a hand target training. So because we've already encouraged them forward with our hand signal when we had the food, they should start to recognize that that's the same command that we're asking them for. So let's try that again. Good. Okay, so once we're really confident that our dog knows what the position is that we're asking for, then we can start to introduce the cue. So steps 1 to 3, we're not saying any word, we're just using the lure and getting the behavior embedded into their understanding. So next time I'm gonna say the word as he moves forward into that position. I was a bit slow then, so let's try that again. Stand. Good. If your dog's not progressing that quickly, be sure just to repeat steps 1 and 2 a few more times just to make sure that they understand the motion. And we're going to try again. Stand. Good. So I did find using my hand as a target for Chase to almost touch and then come, in order for him to touch his nose to my hand, it means he would have to stand up because it's not close enough for him to do it from the sit. So I found that as one of the easiest ways to introduce the stand command. Okay, so from there, once we've been doing lots of repetitions of that and introducing the cue word, then we're going to start to phase out the hand signal altogether. This one will take some time and it's a bit tricky, and Chase is still hit and miss with this one, so let's try it. Stand. Good. But if you put the work in and you've put the foundational understanding, the dog should start to progress quickly and know that stand means to get into that position. So let's try that again. Stand. Good. And what we're looking for here is a really nice sharp movement, staying on the spot into the stand. So what we don't want is our dog to take steps forward towards us, because that's not a stand position. The stand should be a stationary position. So if that is the case, what I would suggest doing is to have your dog target their front paws on something like a mat. So introduce that, I'll be showing a video on target training, which will be useful for this video if you would like to go down that route. So I would recommend, if your dog's taking a few steps and doesn't quite understand this is a stationary position, then use a target for the front feet to get them embedded that it means keep those 2 feet still. So one more time, stand. Good. Okay, so once the dog is really comfortable from a sit into a stand, then you can start to generalize this behavior from other commands. So for example, he could be in a down, stand, good. And then we can look to chain these behaviors together. So we can say sit, down, stand, sit, stand. Nice. Good work, buddy. And there you have it. That is how to teach your dog the stand command. If you enjoyed watching, please give me a thumbs up and stay tuned for more training on Out the Doghouse. Down, sit, stand, down, sit, stand.